Well, hey guys, welcome back. Thorzax here. I wanted to go ahead and show you one of my recent acquisitions, and I don't want to go into a big long story. One thing that I don't want to turn my show into is a talk show. It's been windy and rainy outside. We've been having some, inclement weather here, and I've been really wanting to get out to the range. I want to go ahead and finish the K31 project. I've got some other projects too that I've been working on, but one thing I wanted to introduce to my inventory and introduce to you is a PPC gun that I went and got. I bought this at a gun shop. It was sitting in the case. At first I thought it was a 581. I just kind of passed it over and kind of, walked on by. I noticed it had a Bomar on it. And after went back and forth, and kind of looked at other things, the guy asked me if he could take anything out of the case and show me, and I told him, yeah, see that PPC gun. Well, when he handed it over to me, one thing that was very prominent about it, this is Bill Davis. But Bill Davis primarily, worked on K-frame pistols, and this is an N-frame, and it's a model 20. It's one of the predated ones where there isn't any model number, just the serial number on it. But it's an Outdoorsman in 38 Special. This thing is huge, and I'm telling you what, this thing weighs at least 5 pounds. I mean, it's pretty heavy duty. Trigger breaks at about a pound. I mean, there's no creep at all in that. The double action trigger, I mean, that's got to be at least 4 pounds, 3.5, 4 pounds. So, and I also went ahead and did the old, try to push the hammer forward, that sort of thing. See if I can get it to slip off the sear. And, those are things that you want to look at when you're looking at a gun that has been, pistol smithed. Let's see if I can turn that a little bit. What a beauty. I got this for a very, 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 very good price. Any Smith & Wesson pistol out there is at least worth, $450 to $500. And I got this pistol for that price range. Nobody was interested in it. It just sat there in the case. I made an offer on it. The guy went for it, and I bought it. So anyway, it looks like wad cutters are going to be on the menu for a while. I'm looking at a NOE mold that will cast hollow base wad cutters. I want to go ahead and I want to shoot some of those in here. I have some Spear and some Hornady store-bought skirted, hollow base wad cutters that I'm going to shoot in this, and I'm also going to go ahead and shoot some of my own Lee, full wad cutters that are not hollow base, and shoot those in there as well. So, this is another project that's brewing, but I wanted to go ahead and put, just kind of put it out there to you guys that this is one of the things I'm looking at. By the way, a few details about the pistol is that there's no over travel screw in the back of the pistol, but it doesn't need one. When I pull the trigger back, I'm just going to do this for demonstration purposes, but when I pull the trigger back and let the hammer fall, that trigger quits moving right there. It stops. I mean, it doesn't come anywhere near contacting, in the back of the frame back here. I guess you can do that on an M frame. You got a lot of space there to worry about, to work with. Also, another thing too, it's a 5 screw. It's got the adjustment for the paw. It has the screw up here, and the other associated screws in it. But man, I'll tell you what, just take a look at that. By way of comparison, this is a Model 15. This is another acquisition of mine. I love this pistol. This pistol is a great gun. But, as you can see, look at the size difference. I mean, just unbelievable. This thing is a massive piece of steel you're shooting here. And in fact, it's right on the borderline of being able to hold this, gun with one hand and shoot it with any accuracy. And it's just been killing me to get out there and try it out. But the weather's not cooperating. And I know, I'm just not that bootstrap guy anymore where I'm just going to go out in the rain and the weather and the snow and all that stuff and go out shooting. I mean, I want to have somewhat of, a nice day when I do that. So anyway, that is going to be on the menu right there. Give you a little idea of that. Isn't that a beautiful gun? This pistol can be a little bit of a source of controversy. Bill Davis primarily worked on K-frame guns, and I researched it on the internet. I went ahead and researched it on the internet, and I seen there was a couple of N-frame guns on there that were Bill Davis guns. Not very many. I think I seen 2. I also went ahead and I called Davis Industries, and I got a call back a day later, and it was this lady, and she talked to me for a little bit and see if I could help, she'd be any help. And I told her what I had, and then she introduced herself as Bill Davis's wife. Now, Bill Davis has passed. Now, he passed last April, so anyway, I was able to ask her some questions about, how Bill got started, that sort of thing. And when Bill got started, he was just like anybody else. He went out there and shot. A lot of people knew him. Some people knew that he was good with his, pistol work, and they gave him his guns, gave him the guns, and he would work on them for him and turn them back in. And it finally got to the point where he was doing so much of this stuff in his garage that he went to his wife and decided to go ahead and release himself from the institution of the California Highway Patrol, and because he felt that it no longer had anything to offer him, because he was making an awful lot of money on the side on these pistols. And he went forward with that and started building his company. Later on, he started doing his signature series of guns, which was, where you see Bill Davis written on the side, and his engraving that he would do, and, lots of other things. This is an early gun. Another thing, too, the reason why he went with the K-frames is that K-frames were predominantly, there was an abundance of them because, in the military, the Smith & Wesson Model 10s and the 13s, a lot of these service guns, police departments, police trade-ins, stuff like that, made the K-frame and the L-frame a lucrative, deal where he could get parts. So what he did is he sourced his parts all around the K and the L frames. I mean, if he had a cylinder lockup that was loose in one gun, he could go ahead and try that in another gun and see if he could fix that other gun, by interchanging those parts around and then smithing them to the gun itself. Now, Bill Davis also didn't have his hand in every single gun. He hired gunsmiths, to do his pistols. This has the 10 lands and grooves barrel. Like I said, in the early years, he was getting started, and he did some Colts, he did some Rugers, but primarily he went with Smiths, and that was his deal, and that was his claim to fame. So anyway, that's my new pistol. I wanted to go ahead and throw this up there, so just kind of give you guys a little teaser about what's coming later on. So anyway, until the next video, hopefully that will be the K31 and get that thing done, and get those shots out of the way with a 4895, and that way I can put that project to rest. So until the next video, this is Thor's Axe. I'm signing out.